Our top story today, earlier we witnessed chaotic scenes as the church Sunday service was disrupted at ACK Witima parish in Othaya. Joining us now via phone, we want to speak to our correspondent Kamau Mwangi, who is just going to be updating us on what has been happening. Kamau, we've seen a lot coming from your end this morning. What have you been able to gather, and what has happened, you know, after the disruption of the service? Probably what went on with the entourage by the former deputy president?
Well, Safin, a not so good afternoon here in Witima, Othaya, Nyeri County. And we are here because DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua, accompanied by leaders who are DCP allied, had attended church service at this particular church. And trouble began just minutes after the vicar in charge. Invited the church's secretary to the podium to welcome the guests, and that is when gunshots and Teargas canisters were heard outside the compound. And we had just set up as journalists for the service to begin, and church doors had to be closed so that tear gas could not affect those that were in attendance. But nevertheless, the smoke from these canisters entered the church, and that is how this particular service got disrupted. And the attack that continued for around 15 minutes non-stop by these armed and masked men that are said to be police officers, fired tear gas canisters, fired live bullets in the air, disrupting the entire service. And just about 40 minutes ago, we have received a video of the DCP leader being evacuated from this particular church through an opening at the backside of the church after this particular group made a second attempt to access the church, where he had been held up following that particular altercation. So as of this moment, the church service is disrupted. Not even the first reading had been made by the church, and that is how this particular incident has occurred. And earlier, there were no signs that the service would be disrupted. Remember, Gachagua was supposed to attend this particular service at this church and then head to Kieni constituency at a place called Kiawara for a public rally. But that one now is almost not becoming, because most of the vehicles in his entourage have been destroyed. His vehicle, the one that he had come in with to the church, has also been torched, and a lot of destruction on these particular vehicles that belong to the leaders who had accompanied him to the church itself. So, Safin, the situation is quite tense as of this moment, and Witima itself is a dead town, because those that had come from their homes to attend church, even in the neighboring churches, have already left for their homes, fearing for the sort of attack that we've seen this morning, because there are reports that there are some who've been arrested by these men who are thought to be police officers, because in the videos that we are receiving, phone videos that we are receiving from those that were recording from outside the church, these are men who are seen alongside a police vehicle that is yet to be identified is from which police station, and the situation has just changed, and people have just left for their homes as of this moment, Safin.
All right, thank you so much for that, Kamau. Of course, Kamau will stay on that story for us. We'll be getting details about what will happen, and of course, once we get an official report with regards to the incident at that particular church, we'll update